My name is Bernie Campbell. I'm a Paulist priest. I've been a priest now, well, it's going on 46 years. It's amazing. Presently, I'm at Berkeley, California at the Holy Spirit Newman Hall campus ministry. Well, I think in some sense this is consistent throughout my life, and the issue is appealing to and working with those who are not Catholic, those who are different than I am or that we are, those at the margins of the church. Not that I shun working with people in the church and so on and so forth, or happy to be in the church and all that, but my real interests have always been with those who are kind of working their way in, trying not to leave, and I find that most stimulating. Well, it's very important to me. My father used to say that I was born with a phonograph needle in my arm, or at least I was inoculated with one. There is something about preaching that I've always loved. I must admit I am loved and also fearful of it. I always have the sense I am on the edge. I have the sense that I am I am very vulnerable in preaching, talking about what I really believe and hope for and long for and love, and I think that's something that I'm delighted to do. Well, on my day off, I love to go to films, movies. I love to go to opera, ballet. I love to read, take long walks sometimes. And sometimes the day off gets crunched a bit with tending to this and that and this phone call and go here and go there. But I try to be careful about that. One of the most important experiences of my life, years ago at MIT, I went to have lunch with this wonderful, wonderful woman who was the secretary for the corporation at MIT. She took care of the Fortune 500 groups. And I came in and my hair was much longer and it was kind of frizzy and curly and all over the place into the MIT faculty dining room. And she said to me, she said, "Father, how many days off a week do you take?" And I said, "Well, Mary, I try to take a few hours here and there and so on." She said, "Father, you can't help them when you're dead." Boy, did that hit solidly into me. And so I've tried to be careful about that and to turn the motor off. Yeah, I've been happy as a priest. There are and a Paulist, and I've been delighted to be a Paulist. I've met some remarkable people. Just a note here, there's something I thought of on occasion and was thinking of earlier today. I went to a 25th wedding anniversary for a Paulist who had left and married and so on, and they were good friends. It was in Texas. And a number of his classmates came, all of whom I knew. And they invited me to this event. We sat around, a bunch of us sat around, and Texas music was playing in the background, country western music and so on. And we talked about being Paulists and our life as Paulists, and I talked about mine and things I had done and places I had been, people I had met. And I was very conscious of not trying to overly dominate the room. Paulists have that tendency at times, I suppose. And we went on for about 25 minutes and laughing and enjoying ourselves, etc., and all the characters we knew and so on, the Paulists that had taught us and we admired and so on. And then it broke up, and I was sitting there kind of quietly, and a gentleman sitting next to me turned to me and said, you know, you've had an interesting life. And I said, yeah, you know, that's amazing. And that's true.